Salone na country where they try for tinap back after I be done comot pan war. And in not too yet, the Ebola sick will be making the country go behind back. Pan always be done they try small for tinap. But apart from things like Ebola, we can put the country behind back. Other things done they happen we be done they make the country not able for develop better one past how we been there before the Ebola sick come. Some pandemic thing there, nothing that we get for do with good governance and human rights issue them we get for do with how the country they manage in resources them. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission (TRC) report will be come out after the war be done as Salone say. One part of the thing that will be make the country go through the rebel war, now been the fact say group of people them in there, more like youth and women them, where the governance system not been they give better eye, where they can say marginalized. And the report big comment say, if Salone for go before pan peace and development, we for make sure say we look inside them problem here as one people through the government the way we vote for. From that time day, democracy done they grow na Salone. And from the time when the war done, the country don't get two democratic elections, and they move towards the third one now. But still, problem then they will get for root good governance and human rights issue then still then at the country. And one pandemic here, we still don't be serious problem now they always get for do with land business.
Well, we law in the country generally, two different laws. Then you get the English law, you get the customary law. The same thing apply to land. So the land in the country now English and customary, so a mix of both. Now, unfortunately, the English law, them way we been get, or we still get, they're so old that they're not able to respond to what they have in the country right now, and they're so inadequate that bad people them they take advantage of the way the law they for exploit them and cause problem for people. So I will give you one example. You get law them. Like the conveyancing, everyone would call it Conveyancing Act in the 1800s, them in Passam. I mean, this is not 2017. The law is so outdated now that we need to go and change them. So you get plenty of the way really they out of date, and we're not suitable for the current development. Now, if you check on the courts, them some of them boku cases the way they kind of courts get to do with land business. So the rate at which we go now, it will cause problems in the future if we not change the law that we will get for address the issue of land administration.
Salone a country where God bless with fine ground for plants. And over 60% of the people them now agriculture they abu pan for get what they eat and for do other thing them. Self, agriculture they contribute about 40% to the country in GDP. And the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Food Security believes say, agriculture na the backbone for any country. But with all the ground we find for plants, and self-way boku people they work for agriculture, still, Salone de BNW camp on food security, and boku pan the farmer them po.
As we know, agriculture in we country will not really take them as a real formal career. We see say na peasants, farmers, poor people, na therefore be into the field. And you know, I come out from an educational institution, academic background, they work na university. Even now, the number so low for students the way they go into agriculture. But the problem is agriculture really na the backbone of any society. I think by all the ministry, the agriculture for be number one, because without food, you no go do anything. And with food, then you think about even with health. With poor food, you get problem with health. And without food, you no go think about going to school and do all the other things with the plan for do. So we people them still focus on subsistence farming for farm and eat what in they produce. We know they look at farming in a large scale, we go bring money, income into the household.
If agriculture for be the backbone of Salone in development one, it means say, one, the land for the way good for plant, and two, people for able get access to their land here. The good land for plant, we get them boku, but also the problem can be more, now for make all man and woman able to get equal access to their land here. As part of the government in plan for make the country economy grow, they be done they open the country to investors from overseas where they can do big time agriculture. All man agree say fine for the investor and they come because they go help for make the country economy grow. But the kind way how some pan the deal them e don dey happen, make some people not gladdy. And self, this don't they get effect pan the people them for make themselves able for do their own agriculture.
From 2005 onwards, we begin for one for use what we get as a country for develop ourselves. So we government then begin to talk say, well, let we invite the one that we get money, then company and business we get money for come out this country for can invest because we get land, we get water, good water, we get minerals, so let them come for can invest. So the government, especially the current government, when they come to power, be not say they go run this country like business, and then go put emphasis on getting companies from outside for come and salon for can do business. So because of the approach, a lot of companies they don't come out from outside for come and salon for can do business. Then they can do either large scale agriculture or they can do mining. And because of that influx of business today and investment where they come, it don't create pressure and tension on the land because because people in the farm with them strength, some man at 1 acre, 2 acre number they will use for farm. But the company where they can now, they want boku land. They want 20,000 acres, 40,000 acres, 100,000 acres. And that means to say the land they go quick. Boku of the land they go quick. And it cause tension in the community them if they don't handle them properly. And if companies don't take that kind of land, then they're waiting left for the people them.
Where camp and problem we get for do with human rights? One set of people the way don't they get serious problem we camp and land business. Now woman them.
As how me they see and as how me understand, women do not get too much access to land. Because one, then if you say you not woman, more like if they don't born you get brothers and they always elbow you. What I mean is that the property where una daddy gets, where una all get right to, like always like for elbow you for pala. What I mean, then they pull you pana because you not woman. So then when I the man, I think he want control everything.
Me was he don't so. He don't happy with me, but me. What I believe say, God way they give me no po, I sacrifice all things accommodate. Me when she don't so me man, we married me don't die. He left give me 2 pikine, we me into born. Na my iso, Bantoro highway. So, in brother then they come out, and they say want me, and they say want me, and they say want me. So I can't look say I want get enemy in the family. I accommodate. I can't tell me people there. So all the way me and the man gets, I no ask for nothing then, they no give me nothing there.
Na bush work we dey do. So myself I get right all over the land. But come myself, I can plant cassava. Na there they make me picking there. I dey lay farm. Na there they make me picking there. If I not able to get that farm at the bush now, what's here for do?
In life, you not go able to live fine if you not get the land for work there. The reason because now the bush where all man have open. Though you can't there now you not get the land. How you go able to live? You and you picking them. That's bad.
The other problem again we can book woman them we camp and land business. Now the way we get for do with customary law.
Some tribe then they don't agree for give woman them better right for get control over land. So the human, if you born at the host, if the host society born, you don't get right today because then they say yeah they can marry you. When they marry you go born picking on the other side. So you know for go take with land you go get other family. So you know they go for inherit what in papa or in mama left in the particular tribe. And then when he married back self, he get problem there because the family we go married into them say in a stranger, not from they come out. So if the man die or the man left property, you might not go for inheritance because they say if you inherit time you can't go other side. Go back to your papa your house for you go claim your land. So you see the human they're in a very difficult situation because he can't inherit in parents their land, he can't inherit land under in married family.
When we ask waiting happy way that they say the tradition now exempt we for now we own we land. We the man they way then the society where they join. So we the woman they will not for join the society. So we will not forget anything from the land. we go be for we no more.
But what make it important for make woman themselves get rights to land?
Important for we the woman the law get land. First of all, for the farming, your side. Now we the woman they get more work for do with land than demanded. Because if you look at them, where man they go for go brush, you don't brush the farm. You don't burn the farm. The time comes for plow, the rest. Just they go scatter the rest. He left you the woman, now they go work there. Time comes for weed grass, you the woman, now they go with the grass. The time reach for cut rest, now we the woman they more. Now we they cut the rest, we get the rest. At the time that way the man they take care, you go keep her.
We all know the woman is the pillar for agriculture in any nation. If any country will go before, they never joke with the female farmers there. Because if one NGO to call the right to food, I think we are the first way to enjoy that privilege in a woman, and they forget the rights, not to know the right for access the land, but get the right for own the land. Because if you own the land, then automatically you don't get the confidence. Because this land, most of, like for example, like the widow there, the land and husband, the land and office, the land and everything. So if they don't get rights for get land, then definitely we will not be able to achieve the right to food agenda or the goal for the right to food.
If salon farmer therefore able to produce chop, we go do for feed the country and self keep some for tomorrow, when I can call food security, it means say the government for looking inside them problem there, we get for do with land better one. And this BNTM, we don't get waiting and they call the new national land policy, where people and they hope say go look inside them problem there. But what do government see and say they fork out this new national land policy?
We all know say the land sector get different challenges, and some of them challenges then are inequitable land distribution in our western area and the country as a whole. We also face problem with squatting. People they squat on government land, and at the same time they squat on private land. That's another challenge. We also get a challenge we really more common in the western area, when a double sale of land parcels and also duplicating ownership of land parcels. We also get a challenge of weak land administration. That is to say, the Ministry of Lands, County Planning and the Environment were responsible for managing land resources in this country, not get the required adequate capacity for undertaking responsibility and also for dispensing responsibility. We also get another challenge related to tenure insecurity. What do we mean? As a result of lack of registration of title to land, people that face tenure insecurity. We also get lack of adequate land information system for provide for all of the land that we get now, Sierra Leone. This is lead to tenure insecurity. So as a result of all of them challenges there, the ministry see and fit for develop a new direction, a new way in which we will manage with land resources in the best possible way. So now some of the reasons there, now they actually motivate, now the pushing factor for developing, now the rationale for having a new national land policy.
If I for no say, the government self no say, need they for look inside the land business na salon. But plenty time we can say government they make some decision the way they affect the people them. They not can meet and discuss with the people them first. So for make sure say this new national land policy get what you forget for tap the problem the way they, civil society being get voice inside this policy.
Well, that's not the one good thing about this whole process where the government adopt for do the policy. They may make it open to CSO them, and we been get access to the draft policy for work on them. So we make sure say the policy is in line with international standards. So we get to do with how for manage land, how for use land, how for protect people and rights. So we not get complain about the policy right now. We look forward no more for turn that policy there into law, and we not go on for law. We will turn into law. It change at all from within inside the policy. So that's not be concerned. But the policy as it is right now is very progressive, is very good. We satisfied with the content of the policy, and we think say we need for do work very quickly for turn this policy to law and forget it of all the old law that we know they work for we in the country.
So now, person go on for no, waiting and waiting dey inside this new national land policy, we go look inside them problem there.
The ministry make provision for equitable distribution of land in chapter 6 of the national land policy. This chapter 6, it makes serious provisions them and serious recommendations them for ensure, one, the policy they say, the constitution, since land is a very sensitive matter, it's a national matter, it is also a constitutional matter. So the land policy they recommend that we enshrine in we constitution that land right, tenure right of its citizen has to be protected and secured by the constitution. And then also, in addition to that, it make recommendations that all we land laws them, all we regulations that will they develop, we therefore insert provisions in the one and day for ensure that the land rights of the citizens of this country are well protected, they are guaranteed, and also these laws are enforced and also implemented. So we get all of them provisions there where they support equitable distributions of land throughout the entire country. It also they suggest, it also they recommend that all citizens in this country get access to land without any discrimination and paying more focus to women. And they recommend say government go put in place mechanisms where they prevent all obstacles where women they face for own land and inherit land. It also they recommend that government go make provisions for insert laws, for make laws and policies where they protect and guarantee the right of women and children as far as land is concerned.
Well, the land policy now, one document is very progressive. It's very good because they bring come a lot of changes to the system that we get in the country. So I will run through some of the changes that they propose. Now, I talk about the system we get in this country. Say if you have to buy land, you don't know if they may not sell the land before get 2, 3, 4 people. So the policy that propose we need to change that system there because it causes problems. Look out a new system. We're gonna make sure say if I want to buy land, I go certain say this land the possible this land give me I ain't get them. You know, don't sell and give any other person it. So then I want thing we go for change. And the second thing with the policy they propose for change now, it try for make these two system of land will get land law that will get in the country. We get customary law applying that you get English law for apply to land. You want to bring them closer together. You want to create space so that they're not going to be too different. So, for example, one thing where the policy they propose, now for make sure say the land the way they applying also be registered, like how the land in Afriton go be registered. So currently the land in applying not registered at all. Now by word of mouth they're gonna say now this family get this land and this family get this land. Okay, but they're not gonna get any document for sure you say this land belongs to the family because documents not exist under customary law. Now oral tradition, now by most people he make the arrangements. So the land policy they say, okay, let we move away from that one now. Let we make sure say that right what the family gets, whether they pass from previous generation to current generation, let we try to put on a paper and let we register them. So the policy they create a system for register the one that we get land upline as well as the one that we get land in a free tongue. So the whole country now will get a title registry.
But even self with the new national land policy and all the fine thing them with the inside, need they for make the community people them and then big investor them, then see eye to eye as the half chamot working day between them self na problem. Now for that make Talking Drum Studio, don't they work na them community for FCC, then half problem there so tap, where the community people and the company people themselves go gladly.
This type of agricultural company, it will only thrive in an area which is peaceful. And Talking Drum, when our presence in this children actually help or bring peace. And that the company see. They say this type of NGO, na peaceful NGO, where they resolve conflict. Even that first meeting at you, when I can tell her, for say when they teach people them how and they able to solve their problems, not to buy for fat, not to for cost, not to for make this, but we show them how waiting at the route they will take for achieve the objective. Because we come in here for making it thrive. If they only thrive in an atmosphere we say peace day. And if an NGO they will they preach that one day, we always the Popoda NGO. And that collaboration with it between talking drum and surfing, actually they help with
self. Talking drum studio be done train some woman them na some panel community then they and help them with small money so that they go do business and team up for themselves. The woman group there don't they work fine with the company them, and even some of the women and they part of the grievance committee them where the company and the community been set up. Even self company like a Sockfin don't they help for give support to the woman group here.
We get two outstanding women them where they work with Una talking drum where they now we grievance committee meeting. One na Osiwa and in a town chief na Sinjo. And the other one, Haja, Dito Sano, where they turn now. Osiwa, to be very frank, na lady way it advocate for a company woman. Anytime where we get grievance committee meeting, it is always the first issue say, let we assist women. How for assist women? He say, let we give them microfinance. Each meeting we will get, in your talk, now that's normal for assist women. In such a way that we don't monitor the general manager, he call you at one time and say, this woman, let me try actually do what he want. So if we get microfinance in this children, will it benefit a lot of people now because of Osiwa. Today, many women then and many communities they benefit from this microfinance where Osiwa initiate. Haja been to Sano himself. Where they represent and in himself, always they ask me for vegetable input. Do you want to help me people then? The woman they under we in a vegetable they do under. So in such a way we go all out. This year we give them a lot of vegetable seeds. Na Tanine, na Sinjo, and other communities.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Food Security, now the ministry will get the work for CC agriculture go before. So if agriculture for be the backbone of Saloni economy, and women then get big work when they do inside agriculture, what in the ministry they do for say women they able for do agriculture better one, and self farmer they able for turn agriculture to a big business.
We take a holistic approach in supporting women in farming, and because all the different areas of the ministry in activities, projects now, programs and extension service, the groups that within the sets, now a priority way the ministry don't take for support women then. So for the fact that then they support women then, and women are women as farmers, you know we're able to farm without land, no matter what. And also we they look at farming in a large scale. Presently, we get the Sierra Leone Women Farmers Forum, where in every district, every chiefdom, every region, we get women then, we're recognized by the ministry that if they go na the district head office, they know say they have access to farm input to support. They are registered and recognized. So now the ministry and especially the minister na in priority, Professor Monty Jones, now in priority also for bringing into, especially expanding agriculture, bringing in international investors where they can support in agric business, because we can't do it alone. We need the resources, and also the farmers they will get, how we will support them for make them produce more instead of just get small backyard garden and say it's enough. We get the land, we get fertile soil. So we want to move, that is supposed to be in any economy, all the Western world, we get a big farming, agriculture industry where they push the people them into developing, achieving more of the other goals them where the country gets.
Well, woman then don't say, not for able get land for plants per no more than one to. Then they ask say, they self want land where they go call them own, where nobody no go claim na their hand bambai. As we don't hear, the new national land policy look inside anything where the woman they ask for. And if we don't agree say, woman then get big parts for play for agriculture, so that salon go able for plants chop, we go do for make we eat, and self keep for tomorrow we can call food security, and for make sure say agriculture turn big business, where the farmer then go make boku money pan. It left to government for make sure say the fine thing them way they inside the new national land policy work like how them for work. And again, it left to we the people them for they behind the government for make sure say together as one country we able to get food security.
All the money where the ministry they receive, this now a statement from the Minister of Agriculture. Every money where the ministry they receive from government, 80% for go directly to the farmers for farming activities. Now only 20% they stay for administrative purposes. And with that, because agriculture know they happen, the offices then they plan, but the implementation they happen at the field.
Now the next step we foresee now for let them turn the policy to law. Because when you put them, when you compare them, law strong past policy. Because the law, he gets in a parliament, they make them. So you get the backing of the highest authority. Way for make law in the country. Policy not going to kick the law out. Now law, they kick law out. So when they turn the policy to law, then they repeal, or then they get rid of their old law that will not make sense at all for law we get again. So the first step, now follow get the policy. And the policy is a good document. It's really progressive. It really going to change a lot of things in the country. But the next step, and then I want to where we namati the work pan now, for make sure say we turn the policy into law. What we need for make sure say people understand the law. They know the law. They see the benefit of the law and they begin apply the law and then life them. Because if that not happen, they're not going to for embrace the law, for all of it to hand and make sure say it work for them.